Camryn King here with Eyewitness News and weather updates on Hurricane Maria. We are tracking this Category 5 storm as it heads up north the Atlantic Ocean towards the coast of Florida. With this storm, we have seen winds up to 180 miles per hour and heavy amounts of rainfall, which we predict will cause major flooding throughout much of the southeast. This reminds us of Hurricane Matthew in 2016, where much of the eastern part of North Carolina was flooded. The flooding from Hurricane Matthew was not as bad as the historic floods we saw during Hurricane Floyd in 1999. Hurricane Floyd started as a tropical wave of the coast of Africa and developed into a tropical depression over the Atlantic before becoming a tropical storm, and then finally a Category 4. Hurricane Floyd was approximately 580 miles across and had winds from 40 to 73 miles per hour. Around 3 a.m. on September 12, 1999, Hurricane Floyd made a landfall near Cape Fear and dumped nearly 20 inches of rain in some parts of the state. The hurricane left behind billions of dollars worth of damage, mostly caused by the flooding of the Tar, Neuse, and Pamlico Neuse in what we now know as the 500-year flood. We are going live to Goldsboro, North Carolina, where residents are still remembering this devastation that came after Hurricane Floyd back in 1999. We are here with Darren Sutton, who was living in Snow Hill right outside of Goldsboro when Hurricane Floyd hit. Darren, can you tell us about your experience with Hurricane Floyd?
Yes, thank you, Camryn. My wife and I lived in Snow Hill, just outside of Goldsboro, like you said, and Hurricane Floyd struck the North Carolina coast near Cape Fear on September 15th, 1999. So on September 16th, the day after the hurricane, we stepped outside to analyze the damage that had been done, which was very little. There was a few limbs down. We were very fortunate, but we did notice in some neighbors' yards the waters from the creek nearby were rising rapidly, and throughout the day they continued to rise, and soon that afternoon we noticed it was in our backyard and coming up the edge of the deck. So we used that as a kind of a mark, and we noticed an inch or two every 15 minutes. So the water was coming in. You think about the water and how much area it was covering. For it to rise that quickly, that was very fast, and it was scary. So we contacted the local authorities. They arranged to have a boat to come pick us up, as well as others on our street. We were then transferred from a boat to a flatbed trailer with other families, a lot of folks that needed that help, and we were so thankful for Greene County Sheriff's Department for being there. That scary evening, my father and brother-in-law were at the end of the street, end of the road, waiting for us, and that was a sight that just my wife and I will never forget that. We got rescued, and we were not injured in any way, so we had a lot to be thankful for. The floodwaters caused extensive damage. Our home was destroyed by the floodwaters. We actually left there with our 2 cats. We put them in a duffel bag, and that's what we left with, the clothes on our back and the 2 cats. We were able to go back into the house 10 days later when the water finally receded. It looked like the furniture and such had been tossed about, and there was just nothing to be salvaged. But we were like many others. I believe I recall over 55,000 homes were damaged by Floyd. Over 17,000 homes were uninhabitable after the flooding, which was really a sad moment. But the state and the communities came together to help folks out like they did for us. We were very thankful for that.
Did this change how you prepare for hurricanes now?
Absolutely. We do start preparing. Of course, with technology and the weather stations today, we have plenty of warning time before the storms hit. We start preparing early now. We make sure we have plenty of water, gas for the grills so we can cook, canned food, things that are not perishable. We stock up quite regularly on that. Batteries for your flashlights and lanterns. We definitely take more time now to prepare.
Thank you, Darren, for sharing your story with Eyewitness News today. Now right back to you, Ms. Kakeiko.